welcome back to Kimchi and Cornbread. I'm Sherry. We have finally pulled all the beets out of the garden and I want to show you my favorite way to make them, which is roasted in the oven and then sprinkled with goat cheese. It couldn't be simpler. It's so yummy. And before you think, ew, beets aren't ew. They're chock full of vitamins, fiber, they're an amazing color, and they're actually really yummy if you give them a chance. So let's go ahead and get started. As usual, the ingredients will be linked down below, but just for a quick run through, we have beets, you're gonna need goat cheese, a red wine vinegar or balsamic vinegar of your choice, and a little bit of olive oil. So these are from the garden, so you'll see they're all different sizes. When you get them in the store, they're gonna be relatively uniform in size and slightly larger. It's not a big deal. I kind of like them smaller anyway because they're a little more tender this way, but you know, if the big ones are what you can get, that's what you can get, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to take the tails off and try to cut them to the size of the smallest ones so that they all cook relatively the same time. So I've got all my beets cut to relatively the same size, spread out on the baking sheet. This has been lined with parchment paper. It makes for way easier cleanup. And I'm going to drizzle them with a little bit of olive oil. And this is just to help them roast. All right, sprinkle with a little bit of salt. So I'm going to pop these into an oven that's been preheated to 425 in the middle rack, and it should take about 20 minutes for these to be done, maybe less. You're going to check them with a fork to see if they're fork tender, and that's when you know they're ready. So I'm going to go ahead and put them in the oven and I'll show you the next step. It took a little bit longer. It took about 35 minutes to get them to the tenderness that I like, and I've pulled them out of the oven and let them cool for about 10 minutes now. So now it's time to go ahead and peel them. The skin Alright, and now that they're all peeled, you want, and this is a personal preference, I like chopping mine up into little squares, but that's totally up to you if you want to do it or not. Alright, and once you have it all chopped up, I'm going to add a top of a scallion from the garden. You can use chives. A drizzle of red wine vinegar or balsamic, your choice. And now you're just going to mix this up. And what I like to do is I like to cover this and put it in the fridge and let it chill and let the flavors marinate, and then I add the goat cheese right before I'm ready to serve. And it's just that easy. Oven roasted beets with goat cheese, green scallions, and a little bit of red wine vinegar. I really do hope you enjoy this recipe. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and watching, and I will see you next time on Kimchi and Cornbread.